Good evening, guys. This is Neka Agnes Wachuku reporting live on my podcast diaries. This is podcast diaries number 15. Today I'm coming back to you guys, and the title of podcast diaries number 15 is called Dealing with Underlying Slick, Hateful Comments. And I'm going to give you an example. Today is just more of like a release. I'm talking to you guys about what happened. It was a very long day for me. It wasn't the best day, but it was a very long day for me. This is something I have never dealt with before. I've never dealt with this before. I've never outright dealt with this, comment like this before. Maybe in the past I might have thought I heard something but wasn't sure, but I'd never dealt with this before. And what I mean is this. What I mean by underlying hateful comments, I mean when people make slick comments and they try to make it seem like they're trying to be sweet, but really deep down inside they're trying to be funny. They're trying to be hateful. They're trying to, disrupt your peace. They're trying to hurt you. Give you an example. Today, while I was at work, a lady, after I was done, scanning her items, she made a comment, and her comment was very disrespectful. She didn't think I caught on to it, but I caught on to it. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm a black woman. I'm Nigerian. I was born in Nigeria. So you can't get no blacker than that. When you are from the motherland, you're born in the motherland, you can't get no blacker than that. You know what I'm saying? If you're born in Africa, you can't get no blacker than that. Now, I don't know if she knew I was black or not, but I think she knew I was black. And the reason why I said that is because the comment she made was racist. It was a very racist comment. This is not a comment that you make to someone, whether they're black or white. Even if you don't know if I'm black or white or of another nationality, you don't say something racist like that. And the comment that she made was, after I scanned her items, the comment she made, this is what she said verbatim: "Bless your cotton picking heart." Now, for those of you who don't understand that statement, that's a very racist statement. I mean, you can't get more racist than that. Now, maybe she's not racist, but I mean, she was a white, older woman. That was a very racist statement to make. Like, you got to be very careful when you say certain things. Like, you can't say to someone, "Bless your cotton picking heart." And when she made that statement, I was so surprised. Like, I didn't even know how to take it. Like, when she said it, it struck a nerve in me. And when she made that comment, I was like, in my head, I'm like, did she just say what I thought she said? Maybe I'm hearing things, but she said it. I'm like, I had to make sure. So I asked her, I said, "What did you say?" I said, "What did you say?" She said, "Bless your cotton picking heart." That's what she said. I said, "Why would you say that? Why can't you just say, bless you? Have a blessed day." "Oh, I didn't mean any harm. I didn't mean anything bad by that." "But you did. You know I'm black. You know it's Black History Month." Now, the only thing I can think of is either she said that statement to test to see what race I am, because maybe some people look at me and they don't know that I'm black, but I don't understand how you don't think I'm black. You mean, if you look at my skin complexion and my hair texture and my features, I'm black. Like, come on, like, you can't get no blacker. Like, I got nappy hair. And I got brown skin. I have brown skin and I have nappy hair. Granted, there's some brown skin people with nappy hair who aren't black. I get that, but that's not a statement that you make to anybody. Like, even if I was of another nationality, that's still offensive. That's very offensive. I would never go out in public and make a racial slur to a white person. Now, that might be something I might say on the phone, or somebody I'm talking to somebody, in person, but in private, I would never say to a white person. I would never, make a racial slur to a white person's face. I could never get away with that. Neka could never get away with saying something verbally like that to a white person, or even an Asian person, or a Indian person or anybody of another nationality, I would never get away with saying a racial slur to them, to their face. Now, if I'm saying it behind their back, I mean, I'm saying it behind their back. It is what it is. But I would never outright say to someone's face a racial slur. Like, you don't say nothing like that. Even, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if I was a racist person, I'm not going to make a racial slur like that, because it's 2025. This is not the 1800s. My sweetheart, this is not the 1800s. You no longer own, white people no longer own slaves unless they doing that in another country. That's some illegal shit. But this is not the 1800s. This is 2025, and people are still racist. People still think ignorantly. Now, granted, she is an older white woman. She maybe came from a racist family, or a family that think that black people are less than. But when she made that comment, in her mind, she thinks I'm less than her. She thinks she's better than me. You can't walk around thinking that you're better than people. At the end of the day, we all bleed the same way. We all take shits the same way. We all have the same organs, but, you know, our organs work differently. At the end of the day, you're still a woman just like me. So if I make a racial slur to you, if I say a racial slur to this older white woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, you think I'm gonna get away with that? If I make a racial slur to an Asian or an Indian or a Hispanic person, do you think I'm going to get away with that? No, I'm not going to get away with saying a racial slur to someone, because that's just something you don't do. Now, like I said, if you're having a conversation with somebody behind closed doors or on the phone, or, you know what I'm saying, that's different, because you're not saying it outright to somebody. There's certain things you just don't say outright to people because you don't know them. You know what I'm saying? And I believe she said that to me because she felt like she's better than me. She felt like she can get away with it. And she probably did get away with it, because I mean, I didn't say nothing disrespectful to her. I just said, you couldn't just say, bless me. You couldn't just say that. That's all I said to her was, you could just say, bless me. You don't have to say, bless your cotton picking heart. What the fuck you mean? I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to use the F word, but what do you mean by bless my cotton picking heart? Sweetheart, I've never picked cotton a day in my life. You know, maybe my ancestors did. Yeah, they did. My ancestors did. And that's why I'm offended, because my ancestors were slaves. I might not claim to be a slave, even though white people might see me as a slave because I'm black. But at the end of the day, I'm not a slave. This is 2025. My ancestors, that comment infuriated me, because I felt at that moment, I felt what my ancestors were feeling thousands of years ago, or hundreds of years ago. You don't say nothing like that, but I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it be. You know, I let it be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take that anger out on another white person. You know what I'm saying? I have white customers all day. You think I'm gonna take that anger out on another white person? All white people are not like that. I don't think all white people are like that. Do I think all white people are evil? No, I don't think all white people are evil. But there are some of them who have that still ingrained in them. Like, I honestly believe that white people are born to feel like that because they have privileges. It's called white privilege. So, you know, when I say I couldn't get away with something like that, it's because I'm not white. White people have a privilege that black people don't have. And what I mean by that, I mean white people can do things and get away with certain things that black people cannot. Like I said, if I made a racial comment or slur to a white person, do you honestly believe I'm gonna get away with it? Never. Oh, it's on commercial, guys. But I could never get away with it. But we'll wait for this commercial to go through, and then I'll complete my podcast.
I would do anything for you. Would you? Yes. We got a bridge. We can come on a map.
Okay, so we're back. So continuing my podcast, I don't have that privilege to just say whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to let somebody disrespect me like that. When I got offended like that, it was for all black people. Even if all black people don't like me, it's cool. I'm pretty sure there's some black people who don't like me. I know there's some black people who don't like me, and that's cool because there's some black people I don't like either. But just because I don't like other black people, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna stick up or stand up for what's right. And what's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. And it's wrong for someone to make a slick comment like that. So bottom line is, don't let people get away with making slick, hateful comments to you. I mean, some comments you gotta let it slide. There's some comments you gotta let slide. There's some comments that are not worth responding to. There's some comments that people make to you that are not worth responding to. But then there are some comments that you need to respond to. You need to stand up for yourself. The whole point of this podcast is, don't never let nobody make you feel like you less than. As soon as they do, they got control over you. Always stand up for what's right. Always stand up for what's right, not what's wrong. Nowadays, people think that what's wrong is right and what's right is wrong. Nah, it's wrong for you to make a racial slur and for me to accept it. You're not gonna say something racist to me just because I'm at work and me not respond to it. Thank God I didn't respond to her in an angry way. She could sit up there and lie and say I said some shit to her. I didn't. And God, honest truth, I didn't say nothing disrespectful to her. All I said was, what did you say? You can't say bless me. Why do you have to say that? I didn't mean nothing. Didn't mean no harm. Well, you did. It's harmful to say some racist shit like that. So I just feel like people need to just be very careful with what they say to people to their face. I mean, just period. You need to just be careful with what you say, and that's for me too. Like, it's not just other people. Yeah, I need to be careful with what I say too, especially when I'm angry. I need to be very careful. But you'll never catch me saying no racist, derogatory term to a person's face. I might say that shit underneath my breath. I might say that to another individual that's not that person, but I will never say a racial slur or derogatory term to someone's face. Never. So with that being said, I hope you guys took in what I said. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. The point that I'm trying to make this podcast is just basically saying, stand up for what's right, not for what's wrong, but stand up for what's right all the time. No matter if people feel like it's not a big deal. Because there's some people who might feel like, oh, what she said wasn't a big deal. No, it's a big deal. To me, it is. Especially if I got to deal with your kind all day. I got to deal with your type of people all day. You think I like dealing with people like that all day? I don't want to deal with people like that all day. So if I don't like dealing with that all day, and then you make a racist comment like that, and not thinking that I would catch on because you probably thought I was slow. She probably thought I was slow. She probably thought that I wasn't going to be able to pick up on it. No, I picked up on it. And what I picked up is that you were trying to be funny. You were trying to be racist. You were trying to make a slick comment. And you didn't think I would catch on to it. But luckily, I'm a very intelligent woman. And luckily, I pick up on stuff. And that's cool. Even if people think I'm stupid, or even if people don't think I'm smart, and they think that I just don't have a brain, that's cool. I got a brain, and I use it every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? I use my brain every day, all day. And for those who think that I don't, that's cool. You don't have to. But I peep stuff all the time. I might not say that I peeped it out, but I peeped it out. But today, I had to say something. I peeped it out and I had to say something, because I'm not going to let that slide. I'm not going to let nobody make me feel like I'm less than them because they feel like they're better than me. You're not better than me. But anyway, you guys have a good night. Stay blessed.